Next question. Examine the status of forest resources in India and its impact on and its resultant impact on climate change. Ulta mat likhna. What is the percentage of forest resource which is available in India? Around 23%. Status of forest resources in India. Different types of forest which is present. So what happened recently? Forest, the IFSR report which has come, it has indicated towards what? The increase in forest area. Total is how much? It is 24.62% total. And recent is what? Recent IFSR 2021 has indicated towards an increase in forest area. Maximum increase is witnessed, visible in what? Andhra Pradesh. Yes, that is a PT question. Yes, highest density in Mizoram. Very good. People remember that, so that's a very good thing. Highest density in Mizoram. You write all these facts. So mangrove cover has also increased, and that also in Odisha. Tree cover, so that all has to be taken care of. So it is not just talking about the forest. We have talked about the forest, and it is talking about the increased status of examine the status of forest resources in India. So forest resources will be what? Forest resources will be food, fodder, fuel. Food, fodder, fuel, habitat niche, all these things, biodiversity, these are all forest resources. Tribal communities who are living in forest, these are all forest resources. Forest resources is not just the forest, any utility of forest for the human being. What is resources? Resource, definition of resource is its functional utility for human being. So anything which is minor forest produce is a resource. So status you are going to talk. So you talk about the examination. Which kind of examination you are talking? You have done the temporal examination through IFSR report. Then you do the regional examination. All right, regional examination, you know that MP is, you create a map of types of forest, and you will say that highest increase is there in Andhra Pradesh, and the highest forest cover is in there in MP. Percentage by density wise, it is highest in Mizoram. Clear? Hai? And then you are going to talk about what? Its resultant impact on climate change. Examining the status of forest resource of India, we have to talk about the problems, concerns with respect to the forest resources of India. The man-animal conflict, the increased deforestation, these things has to be talked. Increased incidences of desertification, and after then you will have the resultant impact on climate change. So what will be the resultant impact on climate change? Increased in carbon sink zone. Increased in carbon sink zone. Increased in carbon sink zone, then moderating the temperature, maintaining humidity, maintaining humidity in the region. All right. Giving the resilience with respect to climate change. Giving the resilience to the region with respect to climate change. Reducing the impacts of other disaster with respect to climate change. For example, reducing the impacts of other disasters with respect to climate change. Write the examples in each one of them. Resilience means climate tolerance. More diversity is there, more plants are there. So increased temperature will impact some of them, but some will be there. So that is what resilience. So the word climate resilience is itself a self-sufficient word. Is itself a self-sufficient word. Are you understanding? Resultant impact on climate change. Local climate, monitoring will be there. Local climate monitoring will be there. Diversity pe mat jaiye. है ना? Evapotranspiration, you can say evapotranspiration might increase because of that. It will help creating a cycle which will negatively, which will give a negative feedback to the climate change. So this climate cycle will improve. All other related cycles will improve. It is not just the positive impact which is being asked. Mind it. It is asked that the forest resources, if it is increasing, then it will have the positive impact. And if the areas where the deforestation is lying, where the deforestation is lying, the areas of deforestation will be resulting into what? Aggravating the impacts of climate change. Rising man-animal conflict is also what? A threat towards diversity and aggravating the impacts on the climate change. And then you write about the conclusion. Then you write about the conclusion. Conclusion will be what? What will be the conclusion? Forest resources are the what? Center. Forest resources are the center to the sustainable development, or forest resources should be integrated to climate change for sustainable development, for attaining sustainable development goals of climate justice. इस तरीके से लिख दीजिए आप. Done.